Hey everyone, I'm Nerd Queen Alexis and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Shadow Throne, the new box set that'll be coming out that I'm actually excited for. Because, to be honest, I did not care about Black Templar. I still don't care about them. Like, they're cool and everything, and I absolutely would love to battle them, but personally they're not an army that piques my interest. But Genestealer Cult and Custodians definitely do. If you don't know, I have about 5,000 points of Custodians and about 3,000 points of Sisters of Silence. Actually, I think I have 3,500 points now of Sisters of Silence. I use them mostly for Horus Heresy, but occasionally you'll see my Custodian army featured on the channel every now and then. I absolutely love them. I think they're fantastic, and I love their play style. It's very, very, very much based around survivability, just getting up there and just killing everything in your path. Although recently with the newest big, 4 books that are out, which is pick a variety of Space Marines of the week, AdMech, Dark Eldar, Dukari, thank you Brain for letting me say that, and Sisters of Battle, they kind of feel weaker than your standard Space Marines now, which is kind of a shame considering what they're supposed to be. Personally, I thought they were going to get transhuman physiology across the entire army, and as we get deeper into this article, we might actually see something similar to that. But, so my predictions right now. 1, this guy's going to be like an Emperor's Champion who can hit like a truck, or he can probably decimate an entire army by himself. Something similar to getting like a ton of attacks or a small amount of a lot of strong attacks. For her, I'm expecting her to have some type of remote explosives that go around the battlefield and trigger on terrain. So with my guessing out of the way, let's see what actually happens. Oh, and if you want to build her, she's on a 32mm base. You can get both of these arms from the one from the biker kit and one from the standard Acolyte hybrid unit. And you could just green stuff the cape, and you can probably make this character for less than $5. Kind of the same with him. It's just a sword without the bolt gun. So if you just get like a Custodian's sword, you can probably make him pretty easily. Just don't put the head option on him and you can make him fairly easily. Just get these little things on the side and just, make him. It wouldn't be a hard conversion. So we have her remote explosives, range 24, assault 2d3, that's really good. That averages to be 6. Strength 8, AP minus 3, 1 damage is weird, but okay. Each time you select the target for this weapon, you cannot select an aircraft unit. A very odd sentence. You could have just said you cannot target an aircraft unit, and that'll be it. But it is a blast weapon, which is really cool. Each time an attack is made with this weapon is allocated to a vehicle or a monster. That attack has a damage characteristics of 3. Okay, so she's taking down vehicles very quickly. In fact, she might be the answer to dreadnoughts, because it is 3d3, so that is going to be, depending on her ballistic skill, which is probably going to be a 4+. How many hits would that be? 6 on average. 4+ would be half of those, so 3. Damage of 1.5. Save turns that to a 0.75, I believe. I could be completely off on this. I'm just guessing for the most part. Just doing basic math. So she averages about 2 damage on a dreadnought if she has a ballistic skill of 4+. So not the greatest. As you might expect from a demolition specialist, the Reductus Saboteur is equipped with explosives of every description, from blast and demolition charges to frag grenades. What's more, before the battle is joined, a Saboteur will saturate a battlefield with remote explosives that they can detonate from afar within enemies' lines, and they're especially effective against larger, more cumbersome targets. Well, yeah. And if that wasn't enough, they can perform a special plant explosive action, leaving a booby trap in place for an area denial. Why the hell would you do that over this? Like, okay, this better be really good, otherwise you're just wasting an action, or you better have an ability that lets her still attack even after planting this, because otherwise you're kind of wasting it. So, at the end of a movement phase, or your opponent's charge phase, if any enemy models are within 3 inches of this model, explosive marker, it can use this ability. Roll 1d6 for each model, excluding aircraft models, within 3 inches of this marker, adding 2 if that model is a biker, monster, or vehicle on a 4+. This sucks. This is garbage. Why would you give up this attack for this? Then remove the unit suffers 1 mortal wound or 4 mortal wounds if it's a monster or vehicle. I mean, that's cool, but it's very easy to avoid because it's on a 25mm base. So at best, that's a 7-inch denial range. I guess you could put that on an objective and just make it really hard to cap. But 1 mortal wound, it doesn't have a max. Okay, so it doesn't have a max, which is really good. So if a unit of 30 randomly just decides to move on top of it, you have a chance of dealing like a ton of mortal wounds. But honestly, you're just going to put 1 model on here and then it's just going to absorb that. And you're probably just going to roll like a 3 anyway. Because you have a 50-50 chance of this even doing anything. So a character can just walk up on it and trigger it. Okay, so it hits bikes and monsters on a 2+, which is pretty good. But honestly, I'll just walk a character onto it, take 1 mortal wound, not care, get rid of that, and not get hit by this. Okay. Even if your opponents attempt to hunt them down, they'll find... Okay, so each time a ranged attack is allocated to this model while it's receiving the benefits of cover, add an additional 1 to any armor saving throw made against that attack. Okay, so it gets the -1, and then it gets the -1 to hit it, and then it gets the +1 to its armor, which probably will bring this thing to a 3+ at best. I think they have 4+ normally. And then we have, while this model is within an area terrain feature, enemy models cannot target it with ranged attacks unless they are within 12 inches of it. Each time a ranged attack is made against this model, subtract 1 from that attacker's hit roll. Okay, so if you're on terrain, you get both benefits, and they have to be within 12 inches. That's actually really good. That's really good. So even if she's out in the open, she won't be targeted unless they're right up in your face. Okay. So this makes her really good. And she's probably going to have the same effect as all of the Genestealer Cult characters, where you can only bring 1 per detachment. So in order to get 3 of her on the field and 3 Desperados, you need to bring 3 detachments, which is how I bring them, is Billy the Nid in 3 detachments, because I really like that guy. Pops up and just guns somebody down. It's really useful. All right, so moving on to the Custodians. What do we got for them? Hey, look, there's the name that it should have gone by. Talons of the Emperor. Custodians and Sisters of Silence are attempting not only to rid the throne world of Genestealer Cult. We actually know the answer to this battle, by the way. Shadow Throne was mentioned in the 2016 Genestealer Cult book as a loss for the Genestealers when they were on Terra. So we know the answer to this. With 6 attacks, it's standard. He can get a whopping 12 attacks using his Hurricane technique. Holy crap, he has 6 attacks. Okay. So he's better than a shield captain. Ooh, you can from Golden Light, they come him. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Before selecting a target, select one of the profiles to use. So average strength is probably going to be 5. So 7, AP -4, 2 damage. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, profiles against a monster or vehicle, an unmodified hit roll of a 4+ automatically wounds the target. Okay, so that's really good. He's really good at killing monsters and any type of vehicle in his path, because he's going to have a 2+ to hit with 6 attacks using this, wounding on a 4+. So that's 6 attacks. That's going to be 5 attacks going through, and 5 attacks is 2.5 wounding, and then 2 damage apiece. So 2.5 is going to be 4 damage to a vehicle just by himself. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And depending on the monster, he might just be able to hurt it by himself. Okay, so it's Hurricanus. Hurricanus? Yeah, I think that's supposed to be how it's pronounced. Okay, melee strength user, so strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. And you make 2 attack rolls instead of 1, so 12 attacks from this. And Victus, +1 strength, AP -4, damage 3. Each time an attack is made with this weapon against a profile against a character unit, you can reroll the wound rolls. Oh, so he just kills characters. So yeah, he's an Emperor's Champion. That's actually really good. Sword. Each time a melee attack is made against this model, an unmodified hit roll of a 1, 2, 3. So transhuman physiology, and he adds 1 to his armor saving throw. That's actually really, really, really good. And then we have Legacy of Combat. I'm thinking the Emperor's Champion still. At the start of the fight phase, if this model is within engagement range of an enemy unit, it can fight first that phase. Okay, that's really good. This model is eligible to perform a heroic intervention if it is within 6 inches horizontal and 5 inches vertical of an enemy unit. Each time this model makes a heroic intervention move, so long as it ends its move either closer to the closest enemy model or within engagement range of an enemy character unit. It can move up to 6, and all rules for heroic intervention still apply. Damn, that's good. Okay, yeah, this guy is fantastic. I'm probably going to build up a couple of these guys instead of buying them from this box set. And instead of waiting the 3 months, I'm just going to buy another custodian box and just build him on Space Marine legs. And just be like, look, I made him. Boom. Wowzers. And just go like that. Or just make somebody that's ornate enough to be him and give him a mohawk. Because I actually like that he has a mohawk. I think that's really cool. So that's it out of this. And honestly, I think... Well, I'm way more impressed with him. He's way better. But I really like this little demolitions expert. And she's going to be really easy to make. She is just a Acolyte Hybrid arms, a Gene Stealer biker arm with the grenade, with the demolition charge, a cape, which is easy enough to make, and just a remote explosive on the ground. You get that from the biker kit as well. Like, this is from the biker kit, this is from the biker kit, and just getting this will be easy enough. Like, this girl can be made out of spare bits. So I'm probably going to make 3 of her, just because I can. And I'm going to see how good she is. It's kind of the same with the new Sisters novitiates. I'm probably just going to make them out of Escher Gangers because they just look cooler in my opinion. And I don't really like the novitiates look. I think they look kind of stupid, but that's just me. So tell me your thoughts down below. Which one of these do you think wins overall? Personally, I'm not pitting them against each other. Like, which one fits the army role better? Personally, I think the Gene Stealer Cultist does, but that's just me. So tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. I can speak English. English is a language that I am fluent in, and Icelandic is a language that I am learning. Take care, everyone. Love you guys. Bye.